Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. And this week on the Magic Roundabout is the Dinky Toys AEC Esso tanker. I just like to say it's actually slowing it down and causing me problems. It's quite heavy, the tank itself is quite heavy. So as you watch this going around, before it causes me more aggro, I just like to welcome all the friends of the channel back to a new video. Great to have you on board and nice to interact with the comments. So that being said, let's get this thing off, get it on the bench and have a damn good look at it. Rightio then, let's have a look, see what we've got here then. He's a bit mucky, he's a bit manky, but yeah, let's get it apart first. To separate the tank from the unit, you press the fuel tank there, and she'll come apart. You can put the legs down, there you go. Right, let's deal with the cab first. You can see the spring action by pressing the tank in and out. That's all working okay. It doesn't look like it's broken. It's got all the tyres on it. They could do the clean up. I don't think they're split. No, I don't think they're split. Right, what we got here? AC articulated lorry, Dinky Toys. Pattern number. That's it. It's got good glass, although it's mucky. Got dual headlights. So that's okay, that's good to go. And we have to get into this one. You have to take this back axle out first. That's got to come out first, and then you can drill these, because that base is held in by that axle as well as these two rivets. Then it lifts up and comes out. There's a slot there, goes in and out. So we've got to grind off. Yeah, I've got room, look. Grind off that rivet. Grind off that axle and grind off this axle, mind you. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to grind that off. So that's them out of the way. Straightforward colour, white. I'll probably do it an off-white rather than a brilliant white. That's that then. And the tank, this is heavy, considering it's nothing in it. It's heavy. Right. Got a spring clip there. Holds that back and forwards. We'll get that. We'll probably drill that out, remove that. What I want to do with this is, we'll take the axles out, obviously, same way as we do the cab, top there. I want to split this, take these three rivets out. I want to split this. You can paint it without stripping it, without splitting it if you want, but because around here, this area, you get in there with a spray, an aerosol can or rattle can, you're going to liable to probably get a run or something in there if you're not careful. And not only that, you can take the top off this, which is what I'm going to do here. Okay. Luckily, I've got this, and all the bits and pieces are in it. So just you can get your screwdriver underneath there and just gently prise it out. They come out all right. They're not broken, they fit in. And you can get this out. I did it earlier on, got them out. You can get these out gently. They just pop in. That one's already got a crack in it across there. We can see that, but they do come out like that. Okay, they're just these clips. If that's focusing or not. There. So there's one both ends. Because if I put this in a caustic soda, clean it up, it's going to have, I'm not going to be able to clean the inside of it. I won't be able to dry it out properly. So I thought, sod it, might as well split it. And so this one's got a break in it there, but that's not a problem because we can we can super duper that together and that'll be fine. As long as that doesn't break in there, we should be all right. There you go, got it out. So that's not a problemo. We can glue that. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to split it. There, there, and there. Not only that, it's heavy to hold to paint this anyway. So we'll better get some tools out and we'll better make a start. Don't we? I've got a new decals for, well, they're not decals, these are actually stickers, not decals. And what I'll do with these, I'll put some lacquer on these before I put them on. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put some lacquer on these. Still what I haven't got, I've noticed. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I'll put some lacquer on them. So let's crack on then. I'll get my drill out, I'll get my tools out, get a tub, and let's get cracking. Or, as Peter would say, let's get crack-a-lacking. Ha ha ha, Peter. Okay, that's all the drilling out done. I'll show you how I did it and what I did. Otherwise, it just takes up too much film, me just drilling holes and mucking about. Right, first of all, ground the axles off, and that's easy to do. You know how to do that. If you want to find out about drilling base plates and axles and stuff, I did a beginner's guide, so have a look at that. It's in my playlist. So anyway, so take the axles off, ground one end off, as you can see, pull it out. I ground it off that bloody close. Look, now the sod ain't coming out. Yeah, it does come out, trust me. Just, it won't come out now because I'm on bloody camera. Nor with this bugger. But yeah, they do. They'll just tap out. Bloody thing, pain in the arse. Pain in the backside. Anyway, I'll pull them out in a second. Unscrewed that rivet there. Drilled it out. And pulled this plate out. As you can see, I've only just done it. Pull that plate out. That and that together. So put them in the parts tray. And then what I did then was drilled this rivet, that rivet, and that rivet. Just span the top of them off with the biggest drill. Best way to do it is just get the bottom of the drill, that bit, just offer it up and say, yeah, that's going to be big enough. Just took the top off. Be careful with this one, because if you go off centre, you'll go through it. It's quite thin, that bottom bit. So then you just lift it off. Okay. And all the weight is in this bottom, actually. All this weight is in this bottom. And what I found in the bottom, there you go. So, and that's your top. So you can just re-drill them, put new rivets in. And then I'm going to tap these out. And I might do it with that. See if I can do it with this punch. So my missus just been up and told me there's a cup of tea down the bottom, so I bet not be too long, or else she'll be having a moan. You know what it's like. Been up my shed all night. Let's give you a little bit of a tap. That's one gone. That's two. There you go, that's them out. We chuck all them in the tray. Get rid of them. So that's ready for the caustic. That's ready for the caustic. Now the cab, like I said before, grind off the axle ends. That's the best way. And then pull them off. Okay, that's one. Same with the back here. Pull that off. Alright. I'm going to put these tyres, and I'm going to soak these because they're a bit stiff on there, and I don't I don't know if I've got any replacement tyres. I should have checked first, but I didn't. Right, and then drill that rivet and that rivet. And what that does then allows you to lift off this base plate. It comes off singly, okay, and in there you've got your mechanism. Be careful with that, don't lose it like I was just about to. That sits in there like that, yeah, okay. And then you'll find there's another rivet just there at the front, and that's quite a big one. It's got a big head to it. So once you remove this rivet to get this off, you then got one underneath here which then separates the cab, which you've got to do that with, yeah. All right. Now I'm going to leave that for a minute, because when I finish filming this, I'm going to take a photograph of that. Okay, it's always best to take a photograph if you can. I can't do it now while I'm filming, so okay. So I'll just leave that there for a second. Put the base plate there for stripping, and we've got left the interior is in there, and the glass, luckily for me, it's not riveted. So you've got your glass and you've got your interior. Now these dual headlights, I want to see about digging them out somehow or something. I don't know if I can do it with a knife. Just a point edge, sometimes you can get in there. Yep, that's one. That we're lucky. I bet there's only one comes out like that, but the other one don't. Oh, yes, bonus. 2. There you go. You get a little bit of residue behind. Can't be helped. That's where they've been originally glued in. So that's that then. That was good then, wasn't it? So that can go in a caustic. I'll put these headlights somewhere safe in the tub. The interior, we'll wash that, and the glass, we'll wash that. Not go in the tub. Okay. So now I'm going to take a photograph of that, and it's fairly simple, this one. There's a spring there, as you can see it. It curves around like that. Rests on the side, goes over the pin there. One that's next to the pivot pin. Okay. And then this holds that together there. Alright. Just remember when you're looking at it, which way around the hook goes. That way. Alright, that's the main thing to look for. So let's have a look. Let's get this out now. See if I can do it. Push it that way. If we push it that way. I don't know. You would have thought that would have just come straight out, wouldn't you? Oh, maybe not. Not on the top, is it? Let's have a look. Anyway, let's just get this rest of it out first. Get me pliers. Get hold of this spring. Take the spring out first. See if you can just lift this up. Lift that up. That releases that. And this, I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, there you go. Just put it up from the tank, pull it out. It's a bit of a tight fit. Yeah, so you just pull it up and then lift it with your finger and lift it off. Alrighty. So that's the way that goes back on. Like so. Just remember that. that curve and dish at the bottom. It can't go that way, so it's got to go. Basically, there's only one way it can go, so that's the result, isn't it? So that's ready. So we're ready for the stripper. Let's get stripping. I'm going to paint this in an off-white. Okay. Right, to the stripper. That's out the caustic soda then. Come out pretty clean. A few little bits, stragglers, especially around here. But I've cleaned it all up now. Just standard stuff, wire brush, wire wheel on your multi-tool. Come up all right. No real damage anywhere. So that's good to go. The top, good to go. I've got to drill the holes yet. But my battery just ran out of battery power, so I can do that after I painted the primer. Base, plate, and the base of the chassis. Got nice. Just could run a file over that little bit there. Just run a file over there just to smooth it out, you know. It's been crashed against something a few times. Just to smooth a few little indentations out. That's all you need to do. Just go around and inspect it. Apart from that, the wheel arches are okay. Front and back. That's okay. So that checks out. That checks out the cab itself. Come out as nice. No pitting, which is good. No crushed anywhere else. No carting lines that I'm going to bother to remove. Yeah. So we are good to go. So I've got the old degreasant. Ignore the elbow grease. It's methylated spirits in here. So I'll whack some of that on. Get some grey primer on. And some paint. Here we go. All painted. Painted and lacquered up. I've done the tops. Re-put them in there. Did them in silver. All painted up. So that's that part. I peened over the axles on these because it took a long time, and these are quite thick, as you can see. These are thick, so it took me a long time to bang all these on, sort it out. Got that on. Just got to clean this up round here now. Just get that paint off there. That's that half done. So we're getting there. There's a lot to this one actually. I did the same, put the front axle on. Remember, the front axle is longer than the others. So when you take the axles out, you'll get the front one is the longest axle. Don't forget that. All the holes are drilled out. Ready to go. That's the base plate. Ready to go. And there's the cab that we're going to detail up in a minute. We'll get the paints out. So there you go. Yeah, there's a lot of parts to this. There's loads of rivets. All these double wheels. A lot more than I thought. We've got everything else ready to go. The glasses under there. Last night it's dried overnight. We've got the clear on it, so that's good to go. I've got the jewelled headlights to put in here, but I'll get the details on first, and then I'll put the jewelled headlights in last. All right. So get the brushes out, and we'll do a bit of detailing. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to start with the cab front. was going to do the chrome surround first on this. Okay. Because I'm going to do the middle of it black. So I'm going to do the chrome surround first. So I don't mind if I go over a little bit on the inside. Quite happy with that. We don't mind a bit of that. We don't mind a bit of that. God, I tell you what, a week soon comes around, don't it? You think you got plenty of time when you're doing this, and all of a sudden, bosh, it's flipping Monday and you can't get a move on. They've got the kites outside. I don't know if you can hear them in the background whistling. They released the kites a few years ago now. They had a program round here where they could have virtually extinct. So now we've got a lot of them. Fantastic bird. But they don't all squawk. There we go. So I'm concentrating. Pardon me. Concentrating. Trying to get this right across here. There you go. Lovely jubbly. Well, summer's on its way. Summer is on its way. There you go, right down there. Nicely. Steady Eddie. There's a white, so you probably get white out on the camera. Apologies for that. There's not a lot I can do about that because I'm not a camera expert. Well, that's pretty good round there. Try and get underneath here. This is a tricky bit. Right. Okay, y'all. I'm just going to do around these headlights because I'll do this while the jewels aren't in. Makes it easier, don't it? Of course it does. Of course it does. course it does. There you go. Right. I'm going to carry on and finish this off then. And you can see what it's like when it's all done. Can't you? Eh? Of course you can. Little side lights there. There and there. There you go. Right. Catch you in a minute. Okay, all the details are done then. So it's assembly time. Okie doke. Right, my shoulder done. It's a cab. Dual headlights are back in. Indicator lights. Main lights. I've done the door handles and the grab handle. Oops, I don't want to do that, do I? Chrome strip round the back for the cab. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I did that plate at the bottom there, painted silver and put black wash in it, and I painted the ladders up the side, both sides, and I got these bloody stickers which I'm not impressed with, to be honest with you. I put the stickers on the side. I couldn't cut them down much because the blue circle or oval is right tight, so I couldn't cut them down anymore. They're okay, they're paper stickers. I couldn't find any decals for this, to be honest. I did look, but I couldn't find any. But the way these are going, they don't. I'm going to look for some decals. Definitely going to look for some decals on this and take these off and put decals on instead. I keep running my finger down them, and when I lacquered them, they got a bit lumpy. So apologies for that. When you see it on the roundabout, you'll see a few little lumps in it where I must have put too much lacquer on or something. So they're coming off anyway, and I'll get some decals and put them on. I'm not impressed with them. So there we are. So it's assembly time. Cab first then. The glass in. Drop that in. Interior. Drop that in. Now the cab goes in like oh, come on, you monkey. Come on, I had it a minute ago. She went in. That's because, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And there you go. I was trying to be too clever with it. Okay, now let's move that out of the way slightly. Bring them over there. Let's get this rivet in here first. Keep the cab together. There's a rivet in there. Put that in there. Just to keep it together. Together. I dropped that. Where'd it go? I don't know, where did that go? Oh, there it is. Alright, keep that in there then. Now we've got to look at the spring. The spring. Rightly. Put this on. Like so. This on with the cutout at the top. Sure it's that way. Like so. Make sure I got that right. Yeah. And then the spring. I hope you can see that. I got it on distance because I wanted to get the whole lot, if you know what I mean. And then push that in there like so. We should have operational. It needs to go. Yeah, we have operation. Make sure I've got that round the right way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then we got to put on the base plate. Making sure it's on there secure. Make sure this still operates. Yeah. Okay. Now I've got shorter rivets and longer rivets on here. So we've got a different rivet for the front, which is slightly shorter than a normal size rivet. Pop that in there. You've got a short one for the back. I'm going to pop that one in here. We'll pop that in there. 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 Okay. Now we can put his axle through. Tight. There you go. It's through. And the wheel on. Push that right through. Right, I'm going to put this to one side because I need that to set up before I start banging that on the back. Okay. So I'll just put it over there for a second and we'll get on with this. It's fairly straightforward. Get it around the right way, so it ain't that straightforward, is it? See, they keep lifting. The glue's not great on here. Turn her upside down. Let's get some rivets in. 1, 2, 3. Let's get this bosh, 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 matey. Bosh, bosh, bosh. I tell you. Oh dear. It's a good job, isn't it, eh? I'll put a slightly bigger rivet in that behind here, because you're going to use it a lot. Right. Okay, yeah. There's in. What I've also got is I made these up for the pipes. Go down the side there, look. Yeah? They look like real proper pipes, don't they? Yeah? So I made them up. And what I've done with these, this is not my idea. This is crap old Nick come up with this idea. I think it was last year when he did one of his tankers. And what you do is you get a bit of the old curtain wire. You know what you hang your neck curtains up with? Yeah? You get a bit of that, strip it back, and you get this. Yeah? And you just cut it off. And you end up with this, which is quite good. And then you cut, and what I did, I just popped a rivet in the end of there, and they just sit in there like so. Okay, right. Well, that's all the riveting done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave that. It's pissing me off, that. I'm going to leave that over there, like so. And then I'm going to pin over this axle, and I'm going to get on the magic roundabout. This is what we started with. Dinky Toys AEC tanker, Esso. Now we can see how it ended up. Have a look. Okay then. Here she is, all done and dusted. Dinky Toys AEC Esso tanker in the white. Yeah, I'm sorry it's not actually in the box, because if you looked at the beginning of the video, it was all it was all scraping on the side and everything. So we're doing it this way. I brought it forward a bit. So the lighting is not great, but it's a lot of weight on here, and it's struggling to turn. So apologies for that. And it's dark outside, so I can't do an outside shot. So there you go. Dinky Toys AEC tanker. Like I say, stickers aren't great. I'm going to replace them. Yeah, quite a lot of rivets in this, a lot of tyres, and a lot of banging over and pinging over. Whether he was using a drill press or an hammer, it's still a lot of work. But yeah, well, thanks for watching. It's most appreciated. Look forward to the comments. And I'll see you again soon. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. And it's bye for now.